Hello Cowboys Nation and welcome back to another major Dallas Cowboys updates on today. Today we are covering our biggest Cowboys stories including a preseason, the upcoming game against the Arizona Cardinals, a Jerry Jones trade plan this year, Von Miller arrival, Quinnen Williams huge extension, a George Pickens injury in the camp and the defensive transformation, a lost battle and what a Dallas still need to fix before September. So the Dallas Cowboys opened their 2026 preseason with a strong victory over a Seattle Seahawks at Lehman Field. This was an important result because it gave a Cowboys fans their first really look at the new defensive system under a defensive coordinator Christian Parker. The defense was one of the biggest positives of the game, and the Jerry Jones specifically praised the unity for responding when it was pressed in difficult situations, saying the defense showed the ability to hold when its back was against the wall. That is exactly what the Cowboys fans have been waiting to see. The Dallas has spent the offseason rebuilding the identity of its defense, and the early signs are encouraging. The Cowboys are trying to become the more physical team, especially against the run, while also creating a pressure from multiple areas. The victory over Seattle was only the preseason game, so it cannot predict what will happen during the regular season. However, the performances gave the coaching staff important information about the young players competing for a roster position. A Dallas next preseason game will be on Saturday, August 22, against the Arizona Cardinals at the State Farm Stadium, and the Cowboys official schedule is kickoff at 9 p.m. at Central Time. So, and the remaining will be the final preseason game, which will be held on Friday 28 Augusta against New Orleans at AT&T Stadium, the stadium of the Dallas Cowboys. So, but still now the Jerry Jones is still open to talk about the major trade. So, the Jerry Jones has not closed the door on the making another significant addition before a regular season. So, in fact, the Jerry Jones was asked directly about whether the Dallas could still consider a substantive move after signing veterans, a pass rusher Von Miller. His answer was clear: is yes. The Dallas Cowboys is still on the open on the major trades. So Jerry Jones said that if the Cowboys see an opportunity to take some of their future assets and use them to improve the current team, he would be willing to do it. So that is a very important statement, and it means Cowboys Nation should not assume that the current roster is the final roster. But Jerry Jones believes this team has a chance to compete for a Super Bowl, and he is willing to consider using a future resources. So if the right opportunity become available, however, this does not mean that the Dallas has already agreed to another trade. There is currently no official confirmation of a new blockbuster trade. So when you hear names connected to the Dallas Cowboys, especially superstar pass rusher, fans should separate confirmed news from speculation. So, the question that every Dallas Cowboys fans is asking themselves is that if Kurdu or if Max Crosby could still become a Cowboys before this season. So, one of the biggest names that continues to appear in the Cowboys trade conversation in Las Vegas from Las Vegas Raider is superstar of Las Vegas Raider Max Crosby. A Crosby has been connected to a Dallas in a trade speculation for a long time, and the Cowboys' interest in improving their pass rush make the connection understandable. So there has also been renewed speculations around the Crosby future as the preseason approaches, but at this moment, the Cowboys fans should understand the one important things. There is no confirmed Max Crosby trade to the Dallas. But also, the Jerry Jones has also talked about the Max Crosby to join in the Dallas Cowboy, but there is no official or there's no official statement about the Max Crosby to be traded by the Dallas Cowboy. So the Las Vegas Raiders still have Crosby, and any potential deal would require a major package of the draft capital and the possibly players. For the Dallas, the question is whether the Jerry Jones believe the current defensive addition are enough or whether one of more elite pass rusher could transform the defense. That is where the situation become interesting, and the Dallas already has a Lashan Gully, and now the Cowboys have added Von Miller. The organization is clear, investing heavily in the defensive front. Adding another superstar would be extremely aggressive, but the Jerry Jones has already said he is willing to make substantive move if the opportunity is right. So the Cowboys nation should watch the trade market very closely as we approaches a regular season this September. So another massive development for the Dallas is a long-term extension for defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. Williams officially signed a 3 years million extension with the Cowboys, keeping him under contract through the 2030 season. This is the one of the most important moves the Dallas has made because Williams is expected to become one of the central pieces of the new Cowboys defense. So the Cowboys traded significant draft capital to acquire him, and now they have committed financially to keep him in the Dallas. The combination of Quinnen Williams inside the Lashan Gary and Von Miller on the edge plus young players such as Caleb Downs and Malash Lawrence, it gives a Dallas completely different defensive outlook. So the Cowboys are no longer simply talking about rebuilding their defense, they are investing heavily in it. So, George Pickens remain a huge story. George Pickens will enter 2026 season playing at the franchise tag. The Cowboys and Pickens did not reach a long-term extension before the July deadline. This means he will pay this season under the tag. The official Cowboys announcement says Pickens is locked into 1 year deal, which worth more than 27 millions, with long-term negotiation enabled to resume until after 2026 regular season. But there is a good news for the Dallas Cowboys fans, where George Pickens has been fully involved with the terms and has looked extremely dangerous during a training camp. So uh, He has repeatedly produced the highlights in the practice, and his chemistry with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is one of the most exciting storylines heading into the season. Jerry Jones has also indicated that he could envision Pickens remain as the Cowboys for a long time. So, dispute the contract situation, there is currently no indication that the Dallas is preparing to move him. The Cowboys want a George Pickens to be a major part of the Dallas Cowboys offense. So that's the reason why the Dallas Cowboy owner and general manager Jerry Jones is trying to trade a George Pickens for long time. So, Dak Prescott also entered another season carrying enormous expectations. The Cowboys have not reached the Super Bowl in decades, and the Dak Prescott understood that the pressure surrounding the Dallas is always enormous because the Dallas Cowboys is the most popular team in the America or in the world. So there is always pressure in the Dallas Cowboy. So the Jerry Jones continue to have a strong confidence in this quarterback. And Jones recently said the Prescott is capable of taking a Cowboys all the way, while acknowledging that the Dallas has won a plenty of the regular season game, but need to win the late game when the pressure becomes highest. That is the biggest challenge for the team. So where the Dallas does not simply need to be a good in September. The Cowboys need to be a good in December and January in order to be a regular season winner. The Cowboys need to be a good in December and January, and that is why every roster decision made between now and the regular season open the matter. So, even if the Dallas Cowboys is in the camp in Oxford, but there is some injury becoming happening in the camp for the Dallas Cowboys. While the Cowboys have received a plenty of the good news, also injury are also becoming something to monitor. A running back Jadon Blow is dealing with a shoulder injury and has been limited. Filmafa suffered a chest injury during the preseason opener against the Seattle Hawks, and Israel Abanikanda has also dealt with an injury. The Cowboys have therefore had some concerns in running back room at exactly the time when the players are fighting for roster spots. There are also injury involving other players, including Jonathan Bullard and Michael Trigg. So a tie and the Princeton fan suffered a serious knee injury earlier in the camp, with the Cowboys